So currently I'm teaching only one course, which is human-computer interaction, and students get to learn different techniques. Like they'll get introduced to different methods, strategies, and tools that are going to help them design, implement, and evaluate any technology that they wanted to develop. And then they also get to learn a lot about the different design principles of these technologies that they can immediately apply in any technology that they're trying to design for themselves or for their workspaces. So this is a semester-long project-based course, meaning that from day one, students start working on creating a proposal for a technology, any technology that they're interested in. And in the past, students have come up with really interesting ideas. One student thought about designing a technology to help people who are suffering from COVID-19, to help them kind of manage their disease as they go through different stages of the disease. So he ended up creating a conversational agent that's going to help patients from the time they suspect getting infected through their journey through the disease, when they're isolated at home, and then post-infection when they need some more counseling to figure out how to cope with the ongoing symptoms. And then another technology that I really liked was a student. She ended up designing a tablet-based application for her godfather who was suffering from dementia. So the purpose of that technology was to improve their quality of life. So it consisted of some games, some medication reminders, and the games were supposed to help her godfather refresh his memory about himself, so he could continue to remember himself by playing games. So it was a very nice engagement tool that was very well liked by their caregivers, the caregiver of her godfather. And just past semester, a group of students, they ended up designing an inventory management tool for the computer science department. So obviously we have a lot of expensive equipment in the building, and keeping track of that equipment is very important. So the students, they ended up designing a system that is going to help the inventory manager just manage the equipment better. So I thought those were really interesting projects that have like wider applications. One of the things that students learn in my classes or in my course is the design principles for everyday technologies. Like, for example, how to design more user-friendly websites, how to evaluate mobile apps. So after learning these concepts, students can not only become good designers of these technology, but they can also improve their everyday interactions with them. So for example, they can rationalize to themselves why the button is placed, for example, in the middle of the website instead of at the top corner. So they have a better understanding of why the layout of a certain website looks a certain way. So they become more informed users by the end of the day.